All right, welcome back to Season 8 of the MicroVlogCast. We went ahead and pulled an audible, and we're trading out Devin White for Steve Ramus. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you.
So both Steve and Cydney here are on the sustainability team for our friends here at Perrigo, and wanted to have a little bit of a discussion around transparency. Obviously, when we look at Perrigo, I think that's a big differentiator for you guys, as you are big into transparency. So can you just tell me a little bit about that?
So I can start us off here. So Perrigo's vision is to make lives better by bringing quality, affordable self-care products that people trust everywhere they are sold. So there's our little tagline there. But
nice.
the piece of that we that I take seriously from the CSR perspective is the trust piece. So without transparency, I don't know how anyone could trust us.
Yeah.
And we've been in this for the long game. We're not trying to do something for tomorrow. So in order to be around for a long time, we have to continue with a long game, and that means being open and transparent.
Got it.
So,
I don't know, Steve, do you want to talk about maybe some goals that you have for the future, or want to just talk a little bit about transparency as well?
Yeah, I would talk about all of it. And I would mimic what Cydney said. I mean, it's when it comes to transparency, when you want to do the right thing, it's just easier to be transparent about things. Our intent is to do the right thing, so why not showcase failures and successes?
I love that.
If we're doing the right thing, then it's all a success, even when we fail, because other people can learn from it. Absolutely. In terms of goals, I think it was Vince Lombardi that says, if you're not keeping score, you're only practicing.
That's right. Oh,
so it's important to keep score, to have right measurements, but it's also important to do something with that measurements, and you can't really do anything with it without Business 101, right? You set a goal. So, yeah, we have between our renewable electricity goal with our, we have a net zero by 2040 goal, 10 years ahead of the Paris Agreement.
Good.
So, yeah, then of course we have several goals all underneath there, but it's a way that we hold ourselves accountable to it and have others hold us accountable to it as well.
Cool. Well, maybe if I can ask one last question, kind of wrapping up, is Perrigo, you guys have been at it for over a decade on sustainability. For companies who maybe aren't as far along in their sustainability journey, what recommendations or suggestions would you have on how to either start off your journey or just make progress on it? And I know you covered some of that stuff just now, Steve, but any other advice you have for other people watching that may want to either embark or make progress on their journey?
It doesn't feel like 10 years. It seems like every 2 to 3 years we're reinventing ourselves. So It seems like I have a new, even though sustainability is in my job, I have a new job every 2 to 3 years. Yeah. And I think that's a key. Right. That's a secret.
Okay.
That's something you need to do, is you continuously evolve. Any role, probably given how fast sustainability is moving, it's more important in this space probably than most.
So it sounds like maybe some advice is infuse some innovation into sustainability if you really want to have success.
Yes.
I love that. It's great.
Infuse innovation, find passionate people, and find people that know business.
Cool. Nice. How about you, Cydney? Any advice for the people here?
So I think it comes back to, you and I have talked about this a few times, but what gets measured gets managed, and so that's what we're doing.
Right.
We're measuring, and we're figuring out how to improve the way that we're reporting and the things that we're tracking and the level of detail that we're able to get to. And each year we get a little further down that rabbit hole.
Well, and I think that's spot on. So many companies that we're talking to that are beginning their sustainability journey are being asked questions and they don't have any data. And so I think you're spot on, which is for almost any organization, getting a baseline set and starting to get in the practice and rigor of collecting data regularly so you can report that to all of your stakeholders is a fantastic way to start. So I love that, Cydney. Cydney, Steve, to all the Perrigo folks, thank you so much for having us in this section of Season 8 of the Vlogcast. It's been a joy to be here at your headquarters here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you.